Let's give a call to the one and only Mika Hammy. Mika is a musician and producer following their idol dreams based in the Netherlands. Oh, it looks like we've got them on the line. Hi Mika, thank you so much for joining us today. First, I'd love to hear about what inspirations led you to where you are now and if you found a home in an idol image.
I've only been active as an idol for a few months. However, I've been a musician inspired by idols since around 2020. I am still figuring out my image, but I want to try all sorts of performances. As long as your pen light color is set to purple, you're all good. I've always been really inspired by the Love Live series. I think I've been following it since I was 10. However, I never really did actual idol activities, but I got more into singing, playing guitar, and song production. The idea of being an idol did always stay in the back of my head. I think because I've been supporting idols and now produce for all sorts of idols that I can be an idol no one else can be, even if I don't know yet what shape it will take.
What is on the horizon for Mika Hammy? Any goals that we can look forward to?
My short-term goal is probably to do more performances and to solidify my image. After that, I want to start working on an original song or songs. Someday, I would love to do a set of only original songs and to have the crowd be able to cheer along.
Original songs are awesome, and I can't wait to hear them. Now, producer to producer, can you spill the tea on your setup and equipment?
I use a condensator mic and a Volt 2 interface. Whenever I do videos with a camera, it's recorded with my phone propped up somewhere and probably about to fall down. I do all my audio work in Ableton, with the exception of timing/tuning in Melodyne. I video edit with Premiere Pro. If you're just starting out making covers, I recommend Reaper as a recording/mixing software. As for a mic, I really recommend getting a condensator mic and an audio interface. It makes your vocals sound really clean and your mixer will thank you.
From your history as a song coverist, how has your process for recording covers or original songs developed? Did this process or something along the way help your skills in music production?
When recording a song, I make sure I really know the song through and through. For originals, it's slightly different because I can still change things up while I'm recording the vocals, as it's my own song. For covers, I try to do everything myself. I think I've learned a lot of skills by DIYing everything. That's more or less also how I learned music production. I think my favorite thing in a production process is either writing lyrics or working on the arrangement. I've had the feeling of wanting to scrap a song a few times before, but then the arrangement would save it and make it one of the best things I've made. I'm not afraid to scrap things I don't like, maybe a bit too generous. So I think every song I've released or worked on is something I'm proud of or was proud of at the time of release. In addition to making singing covers, I've been playing in a J-rock cover band since 2020 as a bassist and vocalist. A few years after joining, we started writing original songs. That was when I really started getting into songwriting. I would record guitar, bass, and vocals through my interface, then program MIDI, keys, and drums. Recently, I've been getting into electronic production, and the blend between rock and EDM has become a sound I really like using.
Can you tell me a bit about your vocal background?
I started singing when I was like 7, but when I found Love Live, it really fueled my love for it. I started singing their songs on Smule every day and got better at both singing and Japanese pronunciation in the process of it. I'm mostly self-taught. I only took vocal lessons later in life when I was already doing covers for a while. I honestly learned most by imitating my favorite idols and musicians. Everyone has a unique voice, which is probably my favorite thing about getting to work on music with a bunch of different vocalists. But I think I really take pride in that fact, because I've struggled with my voice, not being able to sing like the people I look up to, or simply not liking my own voice. I can be an idol with a voice people will remember. I still struggle with singing live and exerting proper technique, but I remember after my debut performance, people came up to me afterwards to compliment my singing specifically. So I think I have no choice but to keep working on it and sing more songs.
And what's some advice you would give to an aspiring or beginner vocalist?
Please warm up. I very much struggle with overexerting my voice because I tend to jump into singing without a proper warm-up. Don't be afraid to stray from a preset warm-up video if you feel something hurts your voice or doesn't fit your range. My other advice would be to listen to music more critically. take mental notes of how your favorite singers sing, listen to the instruments and how they come together. I think a good singer should have some sense of musicality, along with technique. It really helps in the long run.
Inside original songs, lyricism is a strong skill all songwriters must develop. So, what does your process look like?
The process of writing lyrics stays the same, whether I'm writing for myself or someone else. I start by writing down words and themes I want to associate with the song. Then I compile those into sentences and sections. After that, I start on a new page and start writing the song from the beginning, referencing everything I wrote down before. Some sentences won't make the cut, but I'll quite literally copy-paste some of them if I like how they sound. It really depends on what kind of song I'm writing, but generally there's always an aspect of poeticism in my lyrics. That might sound obvious, but people tend to describe my lyrics as deep, poetic, or convoluted. And I feel like that still shines through in some way in the cute, lighthearted songs I write for idols. I joke that if my song or a part of it doesn't make me shed a tear, it's not a real Mika Hammy song. I used to write a lot of lyrics based on fictional worlds and shows. Eventually, I started making fan songs as well. Now I'm trying to stray from those and write based on my own experiences. There really isn't a correct way to write lyrics. The great thing about them is that you can make them as personal or nonsensical as you want. I write a lot of bad things, but that makes me even prouder of the things I write that I do put my heart into. I write a lot of things in my notes app, and it's honestly therapeutic, though sometimes confronting, to compile them in a way that tells a story and gets my feelings out there. My reasoning for liking the arranging process is a lot more simple. I just like pretty sounds. I started taking music commissions last year, and it has been an incredible experience. It's so rewarding to translate someone's ideas into a song that both the client and I are proud of. Not to mention that my music gets to be performed live all over the world. It's still surreal to me. I also have music commissions open on VJan. Thanks for listening.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Mika. I had a wonderful time talking to you. I can't wait to see what you have in store for us later on. Well, everyone, that was Mika Hammy. Make sure to check them out.